just take this in just for a minute, you folks at home? I mean, it's just, we haven't had a game since the Ravens beat the 49ers in the scintillating Super Bowl. And now you got fans wearing jerseys of all 32 teams. You got players who may not even go to the second, third round. They're here. It's as if we're kicking off the season, but in essence, we are. It's the annual selection meeting of the National Football League.
2013 NFL Draft. Thank you to all the fans here in Radio City and those of you watching around the world. We appreciate your tremendous support. Let's remember tonight those we lost last week in the explosion in West Texas. And we remember the people of Boston, the victims, first responders, law enforcement, and other heroes. We stand with Boston, and we stand strong for our freedom.
They've got a lot of issues with their current left tackle, Brandon Albert, who I don't know if they're going to trade him, keep him. I don't know what they're going to do with him. But the best players in this draft, the most dominant players at their position, are tackles. And Kansas City Chiefs, they need one. Their right tackle was a disaster last year. Stevenson, who's a second-year player right now, is penciled in to start on the right side. Eric Winston did not work out. They turned the ball over 37 times, Chris.
The 2013 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Eric Fisher, tackle, Central Michigan.
As you point out, an unbelievable athlete, and just think of this moment for all the youngsters. We can't stress it enough. The commissioner talked about it when he was here. You're going out on stage, your name is announced. This is #1 overall. Only the 4th tackle since we had the common draft begin in the late 60s to go #1 overall. Eric Fisher, a blue-collar family, suburban Detroit. Now drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs, and the handshake and the hug with Commissioner Roger Goodell.
I'll tell you, we talked about, John mentioned Brandon Albert. What Eric Fisher does give you is proven versatility. He was a starting right tackle, starting right guard, and then solidified that left tackle spot late in his college career at Central Michigan. You see what he finished off at 6'7" and a quarter, 306 pounds. You watch him here. He actually played down to the level of competition. Some of his struggles came against teams and opponents that he should have dominated. Was okay, not great. When he had to rise to the occasion, he did. This kid has outstanding speed, very athletic. It's 27 reps.
For the Jacksonville Jaguars, new look. Mike Mularkey out after 1 year as coach. Gus Bradley, defensive coordinator, under Pete Carroll. He's the new head coach. Dave Caldwell, the personnel man at the Atlanta Falcons under Thomas Dimitrov. He's the new GM. They had Maurice Jones-Drew hurt most of the year. They've got new uniforms. Drew is back, we hope. New uniforms. They're hoping it'll do what the Tampa Bay, when they took the Devil Rays off, they had new uniforms, and the Rays, they were going. By the way, plenty of tickets available for Kansas City at Jacksonville. That's a Week 1 game, so we're getting you ready for that.
With the second pick in the 2013 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Luke Joeckel, tackle, Texas A&M.
You know what, John? You mentioned the name. Look at Luke here for a minute. Does he look like a 22-year-old Tony Baselli?
Yeah, he plays like him, too.
Well, I'll tell you what. Baselli was the 2nd overall pick in the '95 draft, the first pick ever in Jaguars history. That worked out unbelievably. They're hoping this will be the same.
Joeckel's just a puppy, Mel. He's only been in College Station for 3 years. He's done it in 2 conferences, 2 completely different systems, and he can handle the edge. He's a very good pass protector, and it's hard protecting for Johnny Manziel because you don't know where the launching spot is. But Joeckel can reach block, he can sustain it and run run you right off the string. He's outstanding on the second level. And you can call Tanny Hill or Johnny Manziel yourself. I call him Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I didn't see enough nasty Mr. Hyde type play, but it was the nature of their offense. But this kid's a technician. He's reliable. He's tough. He's durable. And he's smart. And when you put him at tight end in an unbalanced line, he can rock you. I like the pick a lot, Mel.
Think about durability, Johnny. He was out there game after game for Texas A&M offense. He put up the numbers, obviously, to allow Johnny Manziel to win a Heisman Trophy. You think about the ability to run the football. They could. You got playing as well for Mike Sherman in two different offenses. You think about a guy who is a player who can deal with counter moves very effectively in this pass-happy NFL. Power gives him a little trouble, but counter moves, secondary moves, he has no trouble adjusting to. Joeckel is technically and fundamentally ready for the NFL.
A little back to the future here. The first time that offensive linemen have gone 1-2 in the draft since 1968.
I don't believe that Miami goes up to get Lane Johnson.
You'd have to figure that the Miami Dolphins are targeting Lane Johnson here, the third tackle in this particular draft. They've been looking for another tackle to play that line since they lost
The third pick to the Miami Dolphins. With the third pick in the 2013 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Dion Jordan, defensive end, Oregon.
So, a bit of a curveball, very much so. The Miami Dolphins, who will get the details of the trade shortly. Defensively, ranked 21st. They have Cameron Wake to rush the passer. Maybe with Dion Jordan, but again, you talked about at the beginning of the draft, one-hit wonders. How much do we know about him? We know he's got Dion and Jordan in his name. That will help until you get on the field. Then what, John?
I really like Dion Jordan's athleticism, but I'm shocked about this pick. When I watch Dion Jordan play, Mel, I just don't see him play. And this is not any false information. When you watch Oregon play,
You say, okay, where was he best suited? I thought he was a 3-4 outside linebacker because he is lean. He did drop into coverage a lot for Nick Aliotti, the defensive coordinator at Oregon. Versatile kid, great competitor, explosive athlete. He had a lot of sacks at the end of his junior year. In fact, 6 sacks in the final 7 games of his junior campaign. This past year, only 5 sacks total, but they used him in a lot of different ways, as we talked about, with all that versatility. You look at Dion Jordan, 6'6 and a quarter, less than 250 pounds. Can he hold up at the point of attack? Now, he did make a lot of rough stops behind the line of scrimmage. 23 tackles for loss over the last 2 years, coming off the edge as that stand-up defensive end combo outside linebacker. Can he be a down guy handling those power tackles in the NFL? We have to wait to see if he can do that. John, is he a good fit for the Miami Dolphins? At this point, is he worth trading up to get and passing on a left tackle like Lane Johnson?